It was always my dream to be a police officer, and staying 36 years, a little bit more than 36 years, was a bonus. You know, I was able to live out that dream of being able to not just be a police officer, but to help folks. And I thought that's what I did as a police officer. I was there to help folks at times when it was probably the worst day of their lives in some cases. And as a police officer, you're that person that folks are looking to. They're looking to you for an answer, they're looking to you for help. And I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed being a part of helping to make our society, our community better. I love teaching at the university level because it gives me an opportunity to interact with young folks who are contemplating a career in law enforcement or within the criminal justice field. It gives me the opportunity to really stay in tune with what's going on, how they're thinking, and it gives me the opportunity also to give them the benefit of my wisdom, the benefit of my experience, and to help them understand that a career in law enforcement, specifically in law enforcement, is an opportunity to help folks. And that's what, how I view law enforcement. You're there to help people. Well, in 36 and a half years, there's a lot of what I think are great stories. But, the ones that I remember the most are the ones where I remember police officers showing the compassion to their fellow man. I remember one particular Christmas Eve having to working the midnight shift, and we came upon, it was an unfortunate situation with a young family, young kids, and they had absolutely nothing. And mind you, this is at about 11 o'clock at night on Christmas Eve. Nothing is open. But the officers rallied, and we were able to, either by going to our own homes and found a store where there were still some workers inside, we were able to make a good Christmas for those kids who wouldn't normally have had anything at all. So it's things like that that you remember. Obviously there's a lot of other things that go on in being a police officer, but the stories that resonate the most with me have been the ones where I witnessed police officers truly demonstrating their humanity and helping their fellow man. I think the easiest way for people to show their support to law enforcement officers is something I do every day. When I see a police officer, I wave. I think that really resonates with the officers. They wave back, they're happy to see that. I know when I was in a police car driving around in uniform, when people waved and said hello and those types of things, that's, I think, the easiest way to make a direct impact on how our local law enforcement, how Phoenix police officers feel about the community and how they're doing their jobs. The one thing I want Phoenix police officers to know, that having spent 36 years in uniform, understanding what it is that they go through, and now being in a policy-making position, what I want them to understand is that we have their backs. And I say we, I'm talking collectively. I'm talking not just my office in District 6, but I believe that the entire City Council and the Mayor, City Management care about Phoenix police officers. They care about the job that they do. They want them to be safe. They want them to have great careers. So that's what I would want them to know. And if you want to use the police saying, we've got your six, and I mean that two different ways. We got your back, and we've got District 6.